Good morning, everybody. Wanted to been wanting to film this one. I just got it a few days ago, and I kind of had a funny moment on the way here because I was getting ready, and as you're getting ready, you always want to think of what you want to talk about on the car and, you know, hot points and all that. And the one thing I have not decided on was the color, because at some point the car was redone. And I was blasting Red Clay Strays this morning while getting ready. And if you don't know who they are, go to wherever you buy music, download music, whatever. Look up Red Clay Strays. My favorite one is Live at Ryman. It's amazing. But it dawned on me, this car kind of looks like red clay. So maybe Red Clay Strays, if you're watching, this should be your next car. Who knows, you know? This is a 1957 Pontiac Chieftain. It is a Resto-Mod, so it has an LS1 engine swap in there, and I'll show you that in a bit. It has vintage AC, and it has retro radio. So you've got all the comforts, and this car came from Arizona. And when I say hot, Arizona's pretty hot. So this car keeps you nice and cool no matter what climate you're in. So I want to just talk a little bit about it. So yeah, 57 Pontiac Chieftain. And you know it's the Chieftain because it's got the 3 stars. And it's absolutely gorgeous. So much chrome on this thing. And I'll walk you around the car itself. But again, it shows about 14,000 miles after the engine swap and the restoration. And it's so clean. Everywhere I'll show you on this car, they did top notch. Under the dash, new sound deadening mat. All the wires are wrapped properly. Underneath the car, it is black as could be. I haven't touched it. That's just how it is. The engine bay, clean as a whistle. And the trunk, again, sound deadening mat, beautiful carpets, and a matching tire and wheel that match these wheels. So why don't I give you a little walk around of the car? Okay. So we'll start with a little side view here. Again, just amazing paint quality on this car. I'm going to try to get it in the best light. Of course, now the shade's hitting it. And honestly, this car just photographs amazing in the bright sunlight. But let's do a walk around. I'll show you kind of the overall appearance. Just really, really wonderful paint quality that they did here. Got the Pontiac. So much chrome. Chrome for days, right? Looks amazing. There's a couple flaws on the car I'll show you. I'll point those out as we go around. One of them happens to be the windshield. A rock chip happened. But luckily you can still get the windshield for this, and it's on its way. So once it is here, I'll have that put in. Down the line here, she just looks fantastic. One of the little flaws is right here. Just a little cracking in the paint. I don't know if you can, oops, there we go. A little cracking in the paint. Wouldn't be real hard if somebody wanted to fix that. But again, massive chrome bumpers out back. I left the trunk open because I figured I would show it anyway, but inside you've got a matching spare, the shop manual and the receipts for all the restoration and things they've done. Part of the stereo system over there. It's got one heck of a nice stereo in it. Matching spare, extra belts, California duster, and then if you look at the trunk, you see the lining up there. That's that sound deadening mat, but it also matches the carpet color down there. So amazing quality. Better make sure I have the keys Yeah. Don't want to go shutting the keys in the trunk. That would make for a bad day. So coming around the left rear here, that's your fuel fill. Here. Oh, good. There's been a garbage truck parked off to my left. I hope they're leaving here soon. Getting in my shot. So, side profile. Again, just amazing lines. Not a car with rust. Here's that windshield crack I was talking about here. I don't know if it comes up on camera right about here. Again, that's coming. It'll be repaired. So no big deal there. Why don't I show you inside? And these big back windows do go down. They kind of go about 90% down. They kind of go down like this. I'll show you on the other. But door panels look wonderful. Carpeting in the interior look wonderful. Even the headliner is pristine and in great shape. And then the dash is all kept classic. The steering wheel's changed though, of course, but the dash kept its classic appearance, but it does have a little modern trick up its sleeve. It's got a tachometer over here. That is the retro radio. So when it comes on, you can Bluetooth stream right to your phone, which is what I usually do. We got speakers down here and of course speakers in the back, and then in here, the vintage air, and you have an extra temperature gauge in there. So that can be hidden out of sight when you're not using it, which is kind of nice because a lot of times I'm just cruising with the windows down. But it does have the vents here and of course on both sides. But I like that the dash is kept classic, and this is the Pontiac steering cluster where the red bar goes across as you drive. And then 14661 is what it's showing now. Looking pretty good. Let's check out the engine bay. Oh, dueling ashtrays. I had to laugh. There's one there and one over there because you couldn't reach clear over there if you were, you know, having a ciggy back in the 50s. Little VIN plaque there. Rear seats. Plenty of room. Let's check out the engine bay. Voila. So, completely redone radiator, cooling fans, intake, cold air intake here. All new electronics, updated power brakes. All the steering components are updated. It is an LS1 5.7 liter engine. And we have the vintage AC, keeping us nice and cool in the summer. I know some people think it's crazy, but frankly, I think that's worth every penny. And then another VIN plaque here. And the underside of the hood. Chrome for days. What do you say we hear it run? I'll fire it up here. It has a nice exhaust rumble. It's not over the top, but it definitely sounds very good going down the road. This could be yours. I wanted to give you a little shot under the dash. You can see that sound deadening mat and everything they did there, your power brakes, all that. But I was just impressed, quite frankly, with the level of install of everything under here. Just top notch. And again, there's some shots of the speakers there. But I hope you enjoyed 1957 Pontiac Chieftain. Hey everybody, so I just realized I had not done a driving video yet, and I had already brought the car home, but it'll just give me an opportunity to go over a couple things. And also, by the way, I love making videos. I don't know if you find them informative, but if you do like them, please like and subscribe. It definitely helps me out. I think it's fun videoing the cars that I sell and the cars that I enjoy driving. So anyway, this car, just to recap, 57 Pontiac Chieftain, LS1 V8 swap, custom Pontiac scripted panels on the engine cover, which is nice, so it says Pontiac, custom routed air intake, which I showed in the video, the 4L60E automatic transmission, that was new and redone when the swap was done, new custom aluminum radiator, electric fan, brand new rear end, 3.70 gear ratio. We have the 15-inch Krager chrome wheels, new BF Goodrich radial TA tires all the way around, new custom dual exhaust, new air conditioning system with hidden controls in the glove box, which I showed, and that's vintage air. Power steering, power brakes, new chrome throughout the whole car. It was all re-chromed. Tilt steering column, which makes it nice. It's not the big classic wheel, it's a smaller wheel, but it is color matched. New glass, new door locks, the two-tone copper and pearl and white paint was done at the time of restoration. And the cloth also matches. Let's see, painted dash, 12-volt power outlet put into the dash, so if you wanted to plug in something. However, the retro radio also has a USB if a person really wanted to. And that's again, retro radio, you can Bluetooth stream it. And then a Dakota digital electronic speedometer cable was installed at the time of the restoration, so nice and accurate on the electronics. So I will get it pulled out of the garage or out of the driveway here, and we'll go for a quick spin. Okay, let's get her out on the road here. There's the speedometer I had mentioned, how it kind of just rolls across as the speed increases. You can tell, I don't know if you can hear the exhaust. If you really give it the beans, you can hear it, but it's not overly intrusive. She cruises along nicely. The power steering and power brakes, obviously very nice addition. I have the radio turned off because I don't want to pay any royalties or get sued. But if you get a little warm, you just open the glove box over there and crank up the AC. Tachometer is a nice feature. And then you can see the temperature of the car's still cold, coming up. There we go, still cold and coming up. But if I wanted to turn the air conditioning on, I could. It cruises along nice. I just realized also I forgot to show the rear end of the car does have air suspension, so if you needed to raise it up, otherwise it pretty much stays level wherever it's set, but if you need to, there's an air chock back there, and you can add, so if you were bringing extra people along and you wanted the rear end not to sag, or you wanted the car to have a little more clearance, you could certainly pump it up a little, but it doesn't ride choppy, it doesn't ride hoppy, it's very smooth all the way around. So, and you can see I don't know if you can see the dash, the blinkers work on both sides. That's the blinker going, or you can do the blinker over here. The car behind me is probably wondering what the heck I'm doing since I keep hitting my turn signals. Oh well. Just a fun cruiser. But I've had it out on the freeway. It does drive very nice. You don't feel like you're in a panic situation on the freeway. And that's always a good thing, right? You don't want to feel like your car's wandering all over the road. And you hear the glove box door just because I have it down. But if you put it back up, you don't really hear it anymore. So there we have it. Nice little drive.